Hey you guys, thanks for coming to check out another crochet tutorial. So this one is my invisible individual crochet braid pattern, but this time I'm definitely doing it a little more of a lazy girl type of way to do it. It still gives you versatility, but not as much as the original way. So here I'm just measuring where I want my cornrows to start in the back. Before I was making that section too close to the front and you could see the cornrows too easily. So I just wanted to make sure that my cornrows start further back. I always do 2 braids going across the back of my neck, so it takes some of the tension off directly at the nape of my neck. It also gives you the option to pull your hair up a little bit better than just when you don't have those 2 braids going across. So then I went ahead and sectioned off the front perimeter, and I did 4 individual braids. Box braids, and then I sectioned off a middle section and I did 4 braids down the middle. And then I start just doing cornrows. My normal way, I would continue to do box braids, but this is sort of, like I said, a more lazy girl style of doing it. You still get the boxes and you still get the options, but this will be a little bit faster, so you don't have to do as many individual box braids. So I was just figuring out where I wanted to incorporate these box braids. I didn't want too many box braids going into the cornrows. So I was just kind of determining where I wanted the box braids to go. So this is what I ended up coming up with, you guys. This is my first time doing this braid pattern this way. Like I said, I typically do way more individual boxes, but I just wanted to try to do a simpler way of doing it. So, and this actually came out pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with it. So the perimeter, I went ahead and added 2 of the box braids to that second cornrow, and then I combined those cornrows together at the back, and then I ended up doing a cornrow going straight up, and I incorporated those 2 box braids at the perimeter into that cornrow going straight up. And then I just braided the ends of each of those cornrows together and incorporated it into a cornrow in the back. So this is what the braid pattern looks like in the end. So it's definitely going to give you some versatility. Obviously, my original invisible braid pattern is going to give you the most versatility, but this one is just a faster way of doing it. I did make the box braids small because the locks that I'm doing today are smaller. So remember, you want your braids to match up with the size of the locks that you're using. So if you're using wider, fatter locks, then you want your box braids to be wider and fatter. But these are small, so I did my boxes small. So the hair that I'm using today is courtesy of Bobbi Boss. It's their new Locs Distressed Butterfly Locks. I'm over here jamming, y'all. I have my glass of wine. I'm chilling. Y'all know I take my time when I do my hair. No pressure. When you're doing your hair at home, you can just, take the pressure off. Take your time, have your glass of wine, listen to your music, watch your Netflix, I was catching up on the originals. That's lit on Netflix. Check it out if you like fantasy, werewolf, vampires, drama like that. Check out originals. But yeah, so the hair that I'm using today is the Butterfly Locks in 18-inch. This one is in color T1B Bug, and I did end up using 9 packs of this hair. This hair is so lightweight, it's so soft, it's really, really beautiful, very easy to work with, easy to crochet. The loop at the top is easy to open up and use. It was just very simple. I kind of flew through this, you guys. It was like really easy and simple. Nothing got me like caught up or hung up or anything like that. It was just really easy to install. So here is the right side done and half of the back done. This is about 5 packs. If you have an average size head, this is where 5 packs will get you. So I always just, you know, pull the hair up, manipulate the hair in different directions to see where I need to add more hair, if the hair is laying the way I want, if the braids below are concealed properly. I always like to figure out, you know, where I need to add more locks. So I do kind of a sparing amount at first, and then I go back and fill in as needed. So you guys can see that there's a couple spots that I'm going to add some more. And this is what the back is looking like. Again, this is why I do that kind of braid pattern. So it just allows me to easily install the hair and see, you know, what I'm doing as I go along. So just to talk a little bit about placement, I place one lock in each of those individual box braided sections around the perimeter, and then along the cornrow I literally just place the locks just directly along the cornrow. I feel like on each cornrow I think I placed about 4 locks on each cornrow, and then if I feel like I needed more, I just went in and filled in. So here I just want to show you guys what I mean when I say fill in. I usually find a spot where a braid is exposed. I grab some hair from underneath the braid, and then I install the lock so that the lock is kind of in place and stuck in place. It's not always possible to do. So like this one, there wasn't any hair holding it down. So that lock can actually travel up and down that braid, but you know, it's not always possible to tack it down. So again, just showing you the lock placement. Just fill in wherever you feel like you need it, and make sure that the braid below is concealed as best as possible. But you don't want to overly fill it with locks because then it starts to look unnatural. So kind of just use your best judgment on this. It has to do with your hair density, your braid placement, all those different things. So just use this as a basis for you to get started, and then just adjust this based on your hair and the style that you're doing. So again, when I install a lock, I try to grab some hair from underneath the braid so that the lock doesn't travel up and down the braid. It's not always possible, but I try to. So like, see that one underneath, it kind of just moves around. I try to avoid that when I can. So this is the end result, you guys. I went ahead and popped some makeup on, some lashes, put some lipstick on, just trying to get a little cute for y'all or whatever. So this is the end result, you guys. Like I said, you still have options, styling options with this. This still is going to give you that invisible braid pattern underneath. But like I said, this way is a little bit faster because you are installing cornrows as opposed to a lot of box braids. But again, it still gives you that really beautiful end result with the invisible braid pattern below. Now, you can still see some of the braids. Like I said, it's not perfect. I'm still perfecting this braid pattern, but I'm going to continue to push it and make sure that I can make it as good as possible for you guys. If you want more coverage of the braids underneath, you can always add more locks. That's absolutely up to you. Again, I use 9 packs, which is very, very full. If you don't want your style this full, you can absolutely use less packs. As far as the hair goes, the hair is absolutely lovely. It's so soft. The color is amazing, you guys. This color literally makes me want to color my own natural hair red. Like, I was just obsessed with this hair color. I still may color my own natural hair red. Right now, it's like a deep brown, but I've really been thinking about coloring it red, and these locks are really like making me want to do that. Anyway, you guys, like I said, a bunch of different styling options. I showed you half up, half down. I showed you the middle part. That was just a, ponytail. So you do have options. If you guys have questions for me, if something is unclear, please leave it in the comments down below. I'm making sure that I respond to all of you guys as quickly as I possibly can. Again, you can do a side part on this one. Of course, it's not going to be giving you like boxes like it normally would in my normal braid pattern, but it still is an option for sure. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. And definitely make sure you guys check out Bobbi Boss. I'll leave some links down below so you can go ahead and grab these butterfly locks if you're interested. Again, the color that I have is T1B Bug. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, you guys. Subscribing super helps me. Turn on your post notifications so you never miss a new upload from your girl, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.